best episode ever? Hey guys, it's CL, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I make brand new Critical Role recaps every Monday at noon, and would be happy to have you join the party. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the Bertrand bell to be notified of future videos. Now, without further ado, let's discuss the 51st episode of Campaign 3 of Critical Role. I can't believe it's been 8 years. And in those 8 years, it's been building up to this very moment. The episode begins with Fern and FCG on the deck of the Silver Sun, joined by Captain Xandis and Ira, the Nightmare King, as they head towards the Malleus Key, intent on its destruction. While on the boat, Fern and Xandis both take potions of possibility, giving them motes of luck through dunamancy. FCG calls their friends below to find out what's happening, and after hearing they've gathered some allies, the duo decide to be a little reckless and trust that the captain and the king can crash the ship successfully on their own. So they leave. We join the rest of Bell's Hells as they scope the area for what's going on around the key. It seems the batteries are all in separate caverns, being guarded by individual watches. They're all prepared for the upcoming onslaught. When the group reunites, they ask FCG about the possibility of getting the bot they destroyed back to life to help. Making a Nat 20 Arcana check, Letters is able to hotwire the automaton and use it as an extension of their own body, now able to control it like it's his own. It also has a lot of carrying space, so the majority of the party is able to hide within the confines of its stomach in order to sneak around the excavation site. Imogen leads the bot, using her status as Ruidusborn to cover, and Aurum hides within its fist, pretending to be unconscious, as they head further down into the crevasse below. They pass a perimeter that's being used almost as a warning, with the mask of Adjudicator and other enemies they've slain as trophies. That's not terrifying at all. The big scary muscled Judicators from Eos? Yeah, we may have been underestimating their strength by a lot. As they pass, they're actually spotted by Rutanish, who notices Aurum within the hands of the Megazord version of FCG, and he quickly druid-crafts some berries and uses them as fake blood smeared across his face, Imogen able to claim that she's captured him and is holding him prisoner, Rutanish letting them continue on. As they get further deep, I don't think we realized also how powerful Imogen's mother, Liliana, is. When we first spot her, she can fly like her daughter, deftly making her way several hundred feet down towards the key from the lip above, and she can also lift heavy shit with her telekinesis. As we get closer and closer, God, I just can't help but think we're so unprepared. The Hells send Pate in to scout one of the batteries, finding it guarded by a green dragonborn with a clouded eye and 2 other goons, and Letters parks the robot in front of the entrance to block it off from outside forces, while the rest of the group attempt to go and relieve the trio of their duty. However, they aren't quite believed, and combat quickly breaks out between them. They spare the life of one of the 3 and try to gain some more info about what's going on. But it seems the Dragonborn was also Ruidusborn, as Odohan seems to be approaching. Maybe she was notified mentally some way. Also, I wanted to note that the Ruidusborn they killed had a child after they find a locket on him, and I just like that Matt was giving a little depth to even the smallest of villains. Like, you don't know why they're there or what made them turn to the dark side. It was cool to see. Anyway, the group hide and clean up the bodies after letting their prisoner of sorts go, but luckily they don't have to fight Odohan, as 2 explosions let off right after another, and the woman is quick to go check it out. Turns out it was Caleb and Bo, who are actually captured. Caleb is grabbed by one of the mage hunters they were warned about, while Bo walks against her own will the way that Ludnus has done to the professor in Eos in order to gather information. And Ludnus begins his evil monologue like every good villain does, and as he talks, the beginnings of combat break out in the distance. He's able to stop the Silver Sun from crashing into the key, placing a force field above, and allowing a lot of his underlings to die in the impact, though luckily Ira and Xandis escape, disappearing into the distance. Deleth starts the machine, and at its center is a dodecahedron, and even though some of the batteries were destroyed, he's able to succeed, The magic user travels the world a few hours into the future, so they're standing under the nightfall of the blood moon. And the Ruidus born around, Odohan, Imogen, Fern, Liliana, all start to glow red as the key powers itself, just in time for a Keteor. But, she's also stopped. Odohan unleashes a round of attacks on her, taking Keyleth out of her Earth Elemental form and into some serious lurches. I hadn't realized Odohan was that powerful either to nearly take out someone as godlike, or goldfish-like, as Kiki. But there's a saving grace. Vax'ildan, the champion of ravens, appears and protects her from a harmful blow. But that spark of divine intervention is just what Ludinus needed, and he's able to finally use his weapon. A giant red beam pierces through the sky, blows back approaching Vasselheim airships coming to help, and hits the moon, just for everything to go white. We don't really know what happened or how it happened, but Laudna, Ashton, and Orym gather their senses on a strange cliffside. How did they get there? They can still see the red beam of where they had just been several miles away. Unlike the rest of the party, Imogen, Fern, Fresh-Cut Grass, and Chetney regain awareness in the Crystal Sands tundra, just outside Uthadurn. Yeah, I'm confused too. What did you all think of the episode? My only true clear thoughts right now is that it makes sense why the Vanguard attacked the Ashari now and why Orym lost his family. They've been trying to draw Vax out this entire time and I guess use him as a new lens of sorts for their machine. I'm still sort of fuzzy on a few things, especially how the hell they've teleported to the other side of the world, but anyhoozle. I thought Imogen's attempt to reach out to her mother Liliana was really touching. I'm sad that Laura didn't roll well enough for Liliana to actually join her side. I don't think things would have turned out really differently. I still think they would have ended up in the same exact situation, but hey, at least they could have been sort of reconciled. Liam's reaction was so pure to seeing his character return after being gone in the world for over 30 years. Just seeing him tear up and let alone see our rogue friend again was super special. I'm glad that Matt made a way for him to come back, even if it's brief. I need theories and thoughts from you guys in the comments. Do we think most of the people that were at the site are dead, or were they teleported somewhere? How were they teleported? Was it like a last-ditch effort by someone in the crowd to get as many people as possible out? Was it a weird fuzzy-wuzzy magic side effect of using something that powerful? Could it have been Imogen? Or another Ruidus born? Maybe she teleported them to safety again using her Ruidus powers, just like how they did in Bassaris. There are so many questions up in the air right now, and here I was thinking this episode might bring some answers. Which it definitely did. But yeah, after Vax showed up, it was kind of a squealing hyper blur moment for me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and check out my other recaps of Campaign 3 on my channel to get caught up. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Good day, my friends.